Ooh. Three of Swords, Hierophant, Nine of Swords, Page of Swords right off the bat. So, someone's definitely in their head and heartbroken, losing sleep, about some sort of revelation. I feel like somebody told somebody something. Like somebody had some sort of download about somebody spiritually, and I feel like they didn't take it to heart, and now I feel like it's biting them in the back. Or this could happen, ooh. Or this could happen in the future. Queen of Wands, Page of Coins, Ten of Coins. Yeah, some sort of new independent venture. It looks fruitful. Ace of Cups. Ace of Wands. Four of Wands reverse. So yeah, it looks like someone's starting something new. And then this person that didn't take this advice seriously just looks really unstable. And it's almost like they've lost where they came from or something. I feel like they're just really focused on some sort of like surface level stuff. Like it seems like their focus is on money here. And they're losing it right now because they're just so focused on this money or whatever. Or maybe there's like some sort of credibility to like what they're saying based off some sort of solid foundation. And there could even be proof, like on the phone. There could even be like money offers. Wheel of Fortune reverse, Justice reverse, Lovers reverse, Four of Wands reverse. Damn. Two of Swords. Okay, so somebody didn't realize what they were getting into. I feel like somebody engaged in something that was not, first of all, was not fruitful. It was definitely not equal. There's no love here. There's no stability. So it's like, what the the Two of Swords is like, what the hell? I guess they didn't know what they were doing. Yeah, it feels like somebody definitely didn't know what they were doing. Somebody engaged in something that's just a bust. Yeah, and then there's a Queen of Wands, which came out already, who is doing something new. And there's some sort of results. Or there's some sort of like newness to this. The King of Coins. I feel like the Queen of Wands, King of Coins is the same person. Because they're kind of looking in the same direction. They both kind of focus on the same things. There's some sort of passion project someone's engaging in. The Four of Cups. The Nine of Coins reverse. Four of Swords, Four of Cups. I feel like there's definitely focus here. There's definitely focus. Could be on grounding some sort of codependence. But I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of stability here. And then there's this outlying codependent energy, like kind of lurking. Someone's kind of ignoring and focused. I feel like there's a lot of focus. I feel like there's a lot of rest. There's a lot of clearing of the mind. The Ace of Wands, Tower reverse, Star reverse. Yeah, I don't know. This could be like someone having fun somewhere else. I feel like something definitely fell apart. Maybe for some sort of codependent energy. I feel like someone wants something new. Someone wants something fun. There it goes again, the 7 of coins reverse. So, someone with short-term goals. Ooh. I saw the 8 of cups reverse. And the 9 of coins. So someone with short-term goals is looking at somebody that was hyper-focused on independence. And I feel like they're comparing themselves. Which you should never do. Everyone has their own journey. Yeah, with the 8 of wands reverse, this is very regressive behavior. There's no need to compare here. But it's like an independent energy and a codependent energy. I feel like somebody didn't invest in someone very independent. This is hyper independent. Every single one of these cards, these major key like individuals, all 3 of these are hyper independent. And then there's somebody that didn't invest or had poor long-term visions, and they keep regressing. And I feel like they're thinking about how abundant someone is. There's definitely a focus on that. This could have even been someone trying to hold someone back. Yeah, have someone going the wrong way. The Queen of Wands, 2 of Wands reverse. This could be like a distraction. The 6 of Cups reverse. Definitely not somebody fun. I feel like someone's transmuting some sort of shitty past energy. Somebody that left just a bad taste in someone's mouth. They're definitely transmuting that into pure independence, like self-sufficiency. King of Swords. So someone's definitely laying down some sort of truth. This could be someone investigating. I feel like this King of Swords is a different person. I feel like this 9 of coins, King of coins, Queen of wands is one person. I feel like this King of Swords is another person. So what could have happened here is there could have been some sort of distraction. Well, I feel like there was some sort of distraction. I feel like this King of Swords is investigating. I feel like something's not adding up. Like why somebody went the way they did. With the Temperance, 9 of coins. Feels like someone's just thriving in their lane. And there's this King of Swords that sees this. And there's somebody regretful about not investing. And I think this King of Swords sees that too. This could have been a friend, an ex-friend of this King of Swords. Just went the wrong way. Ooh, with the Page of Coins reverse. Oh, but it flipped upright. I feel like there's a non-biased. Okay. There's a non-biased, very abundant, peaceful energy. And what they're doing is they're assisting a King of Swords who's investigating with pertinent information regarding something in the past. I don't know where. Maybe this King of Swords didn't invest. Like, this King of Swords didn't invest in somebody. They're regretful. They didn't have some sort of vision. Now it feels like they're seeing something more clearly. The Knight of Wands reverse. There could have been a hate campaign or just anger. Some sort of angry actions. Somebody could be looking into that. The Seven of Wands. Yeah, with the Knight of Wands reverse, Seven of Wands. That's very aggressive. Somebody just like trying to put someone down. Strength reverse out of ego, Six of Wands reverse. Something about like embarrassment. So maybe someone's felt embarrassed. The Five of Wands reverse. Yeah, something was not a competition. Someone feels embarrassed about not investing. The Fool reverse, Ace of Coins reverse. Yeah, not taking some sort of risk and then losing. No risk, no reward type energy. You gotta just take a risk sometimes. Yeah, with the Ace of Coins, Eight of Cups, they're reflecting now. About how they lost something. Walking away. Not taking some sort of risk. Just walking away. The Lovers. Lovers, Two of Wands reverse, Queen of Wands. Major decision, but there's indecisiveness. The Eight of Cups, Ten of Wands, Queen of Cups reverse. So there was definitely some sort of emotional influence. Made somebody walk away. They couldn't take some sort of risk. With the Six of Cups reverse. The Fool reverse again. Damn. Okay. Yeah, someone's definitely very regretful. The Six of Cups reverse, Queen of Cups reverse. So there was definitely some sort of emotional influence negatively. Two of Coins, Temperance, Nine of Coins. And then there's just somebody very balanced. Somebody definitely seems like they missed out. The Ace of Swords, Seven of Cups reverse. Okay. So maybe someone's seeing something very clearly. The energy is very clear right now. The Nine of Wands, Knight of Cups reverse, Ace of Swords. So maybe somebody had to go through some fake stuff. I feel like there was definitely some fake people involved, fake emotions. Page of Wands reverse, Nine of Wands reverse. That's definitely giving me like maturing. So maybe someone had to mature a bit. Walk away and mature a bit. Justice reverse. Yeah, I feel like someone is studying someone's actions. I'm like, maybe it was the Page of Wands reverse. I'm like wondering who this person is. Because I feel like this King of Swords is not out here regretful. I feel like they're studying somebody who didn't take some sort of investment Because someone's looking very good, very balanced, very peaceful. There's a lot of independence. Maybe this Queen of Wands, King of Coins are different. Maybe the King of Coins, King of Swords are the same. Something isn't adding up. Somebody's getting some sort of information about how maybe it was a Queen of Wands, Page of Wands reverse. That just wasn't on the same level. Here we go again. This Nine of Wands keeps coming out. The Wheel of Fortune reverse again. So someone definitely feels like they missed out. Strength reverse again. Lovers. Two of Wands reverse. So I feel like someone's past. Someone's past maybe deterred them from taking some sort of leap of faith. they didn't see how, yeah, with the Two of Cups reverse. Okay. So I feel like there was a past relationship that had somebody not taking some sort of leap of faith, but like this was not the move like they should have. You have the Six of Swords, Nine of Wands reverse. I feel like somebody was indecisive about a major decision, and then I feel like they missed some sort of opportunity. Somebody had to walk away, and it's one of those things where somebody left for their peace, and then this person that got left, who is indecisive, is like defensive, but it's like, you know, the Queen of Cups reverse again, King of Swords reverse. There's definitely somebody trying to have control over somebody, trying to manipulate. Heavy manipulation energy. And then I feel like someone was in their feelings. And the King of Swords reverse was playing on that. The Queen of Cups reverse. He was in their feelings about some sort of breakup from the past. And it had them indecisive about some sort of major decision, which would have been very good for them. But they were in a moment of weakness. They made some sort of wrong decision. The Ten of Cups. Fool reverse. King of Swords, Seven of Coins reverse. Yeah, somebody definitely didn't see something in the moment. I feel like someone didn't understand what they were doing at the time. And I think now, like, somebody's realizing this shit. You have the Six with the Lovers, Two of Coins reverse. Somebody feels like their life is out of balance because of some sort of decision. Or somebody couldn't make some sort of major decision because they had too many like responsibilities. They had too much stuff in their life to balance. And it had somebody indecisive. The Eight of Cups reverse. I feel like somebody had to learn a lesson. Maybe not a major lesson, but a minor one. It just feels like there were a lot of factors that kept somebody indecisive. Some of them were on purpose, and some of them were just happenstance. But either way, the High Priestess revert, yeah. Okay, so there's definitely major manipulation at play. So someone was definitely manipulated out of their Ten of Cups. The Temperance. I feel like this person... Okay, this indecisive person is trying to manipulate the story. Like, they're trying to make it seem like someone's fault. But there's some sort of chemistry here. I feel like someone's looking back. They're sort of understanding like where they went wrong. It feels like it's almost like somebody had to get themselves on the right frequency. So like I said, there was a lot of like stuff they had to get straight in their own life. And okay, and then there's this major manipulation. There's this major secret. Somebody's hiding like some sort of chemistry. Like they don't want somebody to see. I feel like this High Priestess reverse is that Queen of Cups reverse. And what they're trying to do is they're trying to convince... Okay, what they did was they tried to convince this King of Swords that something was off, that somebody wasn't right for them. This is this person who was indecisive, right? I feel like they're trying to convince somebody, or they tried to convince somebody, that somebody was not... Something wasn't equal. Something wasn't right. And there's this King of Swords looking into it. And I feel like this King of Swords already saw something. I feel like the only person that didn't see this like Ten of Cups, Lovers, Temperance energy is that High Priestess reverse, Queen of Cups reverse. Because they were focused on some sort of breakup in the past, in a moment of weakness, making bad decisions. The Hierophant reverse is definitely someone who was being non-committal. The World reverse, so there was a major lesson that needed to be learned or hasn't been learned. The Two of Swords reverse. Okay. So I feel like this could have been about appearances. The Five of Wands reverse, Four of Wands reverse, and the Six of Coins. This person would rather give to something unstable. Something unstable where they don't really have to do much. This person wants to avoid any possible like competition. I feel like conflict avoidance, but not even like conflict, like feels like anything they have to work for. They just want passion to like slide in to their DMs and it's just chill like that. But I feel like they made a major decision to do something stupid. The Tower. So something definitely fell apart. There was no balance here. I feel like they invested in something fickle, frivolous, that fell apart. The Magician reverse. So there's definitely a lot of manipulation. A lot of shitty decision making and then manipulation. Like, I feel like someone makes shitty decisions and then they like try to cover it up to like preserve their image. Could be publicly with the world. Especially with the World reverse, Strength reverse. I feel like someone definitely very much values their ego, how people see them. But I feel like people aren't looking at this person like they're very stable right now. Another Two of Coins reverse. Two of Coins reverse, High Priestess reverse, Magician reverse. Definitely someone trying to get somebody to drop the ball. Definitely a lot of difficult decision making because of a bunch of different factors. With the Emperor, Tower, Five of Cups reverse, Hierophant reverse. Okay. What is this? So there's definitely some sort of sudden change. I feel like somebody switched up real quick and like took control of the situation. I don't know. Like, I feel like there's someone very non-committal, not really changing, acting like everything's okay. It's definitely not. This person's definitely going through something, but they're definitely acting like everything's okay. But there's something wrong. And like they know it. Ooh. The Eight of Coins. The Eight of Coins. Temperance. Two of Coins reverse. High Priestess reverse. Two of Coins. I feel like the ball was definitely in someone's field. I feel like there's someone trying to get them to drop the ball. There could be someone working on it. Someone working on themselves. Someone working to themselves. Someone keeping some sort of secret. I feel like someone made the wrong decision. Someone very indecisive made the wrong decision. They're trying to hide it. They can't hide it. Feels like things are falling apart for them. Meanwhile, the other person who wasn't indecisive is just working on themselves. They're looking very good. There's two people very unbothered in this situation. And then there's someone very bothered. Okay, and I feel like the bothered person is trying to make this indecisive person, or the person they were indecisive about, look like the bothered person, if that makes any sense. There's a King of Cups, World reverse, Strength reverse, Lovers. Major decision. This is definitely someone authentic. This is definitely someone unbothered. Meanwhile, there's a Queen of Cups reverse who keeps flipping back into the deck, hiding. And there's someone trying to hold some sort of secret that everything's okay. The Four of Swords reverse, they're not okay. Two of Swords reverse, because they made the wrong decision. They see it now. Maybe now it's too late. The King of Swords, King of Wands reverse. Okay. So this King of Swords is definitely getting information about how somebody is definitely trying to control things. Somebody's definitely desperately grasping at straws for control here. Out of ego. Two of Wands reverse, Magician reverse, Four of Swords reverse. It's like somebody losing sleep. Someone's exhausted, burnt out, restless. The Hierophant. The High Priest. So there's a High Priest and a High Priestess reverse energy. And so there's somebody being authentic. And there's somebody keeping secrets on the other hand. And what it looks like, Nine of Coins reverse. Okay. This High Priestess reverse is secretly codependent on this High Priest energy. But they would never admit that. This person is constantly in their head about some sort of shitty decision. Every single day, they're in their head about this. They're constantly looking at the past. They're dependent on somebody's... It feels like there's an energy that's just very, like, noble, holds it down, very wholesome. And there's just this very authentic, and there's just this secretive, manipulative, like, hiding energy with the moon, King of Cups, moon. So someone's has hidden emotions for a King of Cups. They feel like is a lover. They feel like they cannot live without somebody here. After making a shitty decision, they feel like they can't live without this person. With the world reverse and the strength reverse, they have some sort of weakness for the person. They feel like they can't live without them. The Three of Cups. Three of Cups, Four of Swords. What is that? Two of Swords, reverse. Four of Swords, reverse. Two of Cups, reverse. Eight of Cups. Six of Cups, reverse. King of Coins. So somebody had to walk away. Something from the past. It wasn't good, whatever that was, the thing from the past. They walked away, they reflected on stuff about how they didn't invest in something, they didn't have some sort of vision, about how something would be very good. They made some sort of shitty, difficult decision. It was a difficult one, I'll give them that. Maybe they were manipulated at some point. But I feel like they're the one manipulating, if anything. With the Three of Cups, moon. There's definitely a lot of hidden emotions about wanting to, feels like unite. Reunite, unite. I feel like reunite. Because I think somebody definitely went down the wrong path. Two Wands reverse, Magician reverse. They're definitely trying to hide that. The Fool reverse. The Hangman. The Wheel of Fortune. Definitely some sort of mind control to get somebody thinking different. Definitely trying to control the narrative. With the Six of Wands. Five of Cups reverse, trying to act unbothered. So they look some sort of way. So they look publicly victorious. Magician. Okay, so they're secretly manifesting. Reuniting. But they're hiding this. Ooh. The Eight of Wands reverse, Chariot reverse. Definitely stagnancy. This could be planning with death. Knight of Cups reverse. A lot of emotional energy. I feel like somebody didn't take some sort of leap of faith. I don't know. This is like learning some sort of lesson, walking away, having to learn some sort of lesson. Page of Swords. Okay. So maybe this person's being more honest now. Maybe this person's inspired to be more honest. There's definitely a lot of secrets. The Fool or the Fool upright, but wants to hide. So somebody's definitely contemplating. Five of Wands. Taking some sort of leap of faith. They feel like there's competition or chaos. We know this person likes to avoid anything where they might have to put in some work. Feels like that's changing. Five of Wands again. And it's like a piñata. Star. Two of Wands. So there definitely could be a lot of people putting someone on some sort of pedestal. Someone could be getting a lot of recognition. The Fool reverse, Knight of Coins reverse. There's definitely somebody does not want to commit. Definitely a very codependent, non-committal, secretive person. Queen of Wands. And just somebody's, I feel like, focused on independence. But I don't know, this could be an upgrade. Is this an upgrade? Maybe somebody secretly upgraded. Is this some kind of upgrade? The Three of Wands. It could be some sort of growth. We have two Queen of Wands, two Temperance. The Six of Swords. Maybe someone's tired of being codependent. The Three of Wands again. Maybe they're growing. Maybe they're learning from somebody. Five of Wands reverse. Okay, this could be conflict resolution. The Three of Cups, Four of Swords reverse. Yeah, I feel like somebody's indecisiveness could have caused a lot of chaos from multiple angles, from multiple people. And I feel like somebody's trying to figure out how to resolve the conflict. The Six of Wands reverse. So maybe someone had to go through some sort of failure in order to, it feels like, start something new with the Magician. Start a major new phase of like active manifestation, not just like codependent, like riding the wave type stuff. The Knight of Wands reverse. Yeah. I feel like someone's being very honest. Somebody has some sort of new perspective. And with the Three of Wands, so with the Knight of Wands reverse, I feel like somebody failed, ran away, and I feel like they stopped, processed, And now there's some sort of growth. Into more independence. This thing on 45. Oh my goodness. Maybe someone understands like they have to work on themselves and they're being more honest instead of just like making shitty decisions and then trying to cover it up. I feel like someone's being a bit more honest with themselves after how unstable they looked, trying to run in that energy. The 8 of Coins challenge. It's almost like, yeah, the 5 of Cups reverse star, reverse. So someone really didn't feel like there was anything wrong with them. And then I feel like after dealing with this person who is very indecisive, I feel like the person who was indecisive was looking at the person they were indecisive about almost like for inspiration, right? And then there was a King of Swords investigating. This could have even been this indecisive energy. Investigating the entire situation, like maybe looking from a different perspective, sort of not hanging on to some sort of forced perspective, kind of being more objective rather than subjective, right? Kind of coming from a place of like conflict resolution, like rather than just ego trying to look good. With the Sun reverse, yeah, they're definitely trying to hide that they needed to do work on themselves. With the Wheel of Fortune, 10 of Swords, 4 of Coins reverse. They kind of had this thing of like, I'm gonna just let it go. And something happened where they publicly looked some sort of way that was not publicly. They looked some sort of way that did not feed their ego, rather it attacked their ego. And I feel like initially, this was an insane read. Like at the beginning, like I didn't really understand what this was. So, and I feel like whoever is going through this didn't understand shit about what was going on with them. I think that's why. So, I feel like there was a hit to somebody's ego. they sort of realized like they have to do some work on themselves. I feel like there's definitely, I feel like after the hit to the ego, they were kind of running away. And then eventually they kind of stopped and were like, because it's like you can't just keep running away. Like you can't just keep running away from, especially if you're very egotistic. You can't just keep like feeding yourself lies. Like eventually it's going to catch up to you, and I feel like that's what happened in some way, shape, or form. It came out in some sort of codependency. And somebody's definitely comparing themselves. And I feel like it was the perfect situation because they were very majorly secretive. They were majorly inauthentic. And what happened is they're studying somebody who's very authentic, trying to learn from them, right? Because this is a Hierophant, Nine of Coins, Temperance. Well, let's just say Hierophant, Nine of Coins, dealing with a High Priestess reverse, Nine of Coins reverse. So, and I feel like the Hierophant, Nine of Coins is definitely in their own lane, and this Temperance energy, going with the flow, but in a righteous way, an authentic way. Like they're doing things the right way, right? Definitely a change of perspective. Maybe because somebody just holds a non-chaotic energy of camaraderie. And I feel like that was hidden before. I feel like there was a King of Cups energy who almost was like hidden in plain sight. Ten of Coins, Nine of Coins. Someone's very stable with the Eight of Wands, moving forward. Good progress. 10, 9, 8. But those were all good cards. So maybe somebody feels like they're going backwards. Or maybe someone's reflecting on the past about how somebody is stable, solid, transformative, progressive. Eight of Wands, Temperance. So there's definitely some sort of development here. Could be some sort of spiritual transformation. I feel like maybe this person fell into almost someone's like orbit. Like a very magnetic. Ooh. Page of Coins reverse, Three of Coins. Okay. So there's definitely someone jealous. Could be causing problems on the phone when it comes to some sort of collaboration. They could have been manipulating something by providing some sort of false information. I feel like, but yeah, like I was saying, somebody has some, like a magnetic pull, and then this inauthentic person got caught in the orbit, and what happened was they were forced to see something a specific way. Now they feel like they have to work on themselves because in their quest for validation, in their quest for outside validation, they didn't get it. And a matter of fact, they were revered, not revered, but the opposite of that. Like people were not liking their actions. The Hermit Chariot. Yeah. Somebody had to go within and like figure their shit out. The Four of Swords reverse. Yeah, somebody loses a lot of peace and sleep because of some sort of public embarrassment. They want to change that. So they're looking within, they're planning something. They're to themselves, planning something positive. The Knight of Swords, Ace of Cups. Maybe coming in with the truth. Maybe someone's tired of running. They want a new cycle in relationships. They're very, they don't have much peace mentally. They can't really think straight. The Nine of Wands reverse. Okay. Someone feels like they have one last chance to do something here. And it looks like they want to put something into action. They feel like they have one last chance. Maybe finally being honest instead of running away, hiding, being secretive. But it definitely feels like someone's changed. Compassion reverse. Yeah. Someone definitely didn't have much compassion for this. Maybe even for themselves. Like they could have surrounded themselves with snakes, which is not good for yourself. It's like poisonous. It's like poisonous to yourself. To surround yourself with like shitty people, toxic people, having snakes in your garden. It's like not cutting your grass, right? I feel like somebody definitely wasn't doing that. And I feel like they had to learn some sort of lesson about why they need to do that. With the Solitude reverse, and this almost does look like overgrowth, especially in the reverse. This is the Hermit reverse. So we have the Hermit reverse, Hangman, and the Five of Wands reverse. So it definitely feels like somebody definitely had a lot of snakes in their garden. They were not tending to it. It was causing them a lot of distress. They were not able to focus within. And what it was doing, it was doing a lot of damage to them. So it's one of those things where when you're dishonest, like, and you're favoring your ego because you think that's like preserving yourself, like it's not. Like it's just hurting yourself. With joy and light, family. This is the Sun, and then we have family. So, and then there's two people looking in the mirror. And there's a family in the mirror. And the Sun. So, maybe somebody's realizing they definitely had too many snakes in their garden. I feel like they sort of realize right now, like, who is really there for them. The future love letter, unconditional love. I feel like somebody taught somebody a lot about unconditional love. Like, about people who are just there for you no matter what. And then rather than just snakes that are around you for pure convenience, because you just let everybody in, you don't trim your grass. Sorcery, revolution. Yeah, there's definitely some sort of change. Peace. Yeah, peace. So I feel like somebody's facing themselves. And I feel like it's bringing them some sort of calm. Because before they're surrounded by snakes, negative snakes. They're not able to go within. There's a lot of overgrowth. And then all of a sudden there's peace. Sexuality. So, maybe someone had a distorted view So I feel like there were outside influences distorting somebody's view of like what they. It's like a bunch of people that don't matter trying to convince somebody what they should like or what should matter to them, what should be important to them. And I feel like somebody is like, this is kind of what happened in last reading. And I had this too, where like, when I was in like high school and middle school, like my friends would always tell me like who I should like and like what I should like. Like, there was a moment in middle school where like I like this one girl, and then my friends were all like, "Oh, you like her?" And it was like a girl of a different race, right? And then it was like, "Oh, you like her, but she's this race." And it's like, "Okay, so what?" But then I listened to my friends because I was like 11. So, or I was like 12. And I like listened to my friends. I was like, "Okay, this must be wrong." And then all of a sudden, like, fast forward, we're 15, 16, and then now this race of girl is like popular. So it's like really fickle shit like that, I feel like. With sing upright and trust reverse. So I feel like someone's definitely very gleeful. There's a lot of light. I feel like somebody feels liberated. Some sort of revolution. Starseed. Dang. Okay. So this could have like been meant to play out like this. I feel like there's like a destined connection where there was some sort of spiritual transformation where somebody kind of gained like this independent free thinking. That's not like the word I want to use though. Somebody gained like self. Like somebody has a more confidence in themselves. Like somebody has more. There's like a specific word I want to use. But anyways, empowerment. Somebody feels empowered. Like to be themselves. Because there's a lot of people in this world that'll try to make you not be yourself, make you feel like being yourself is wrong. But I feel like this person was horribly insecure, met somebody extremely authentic that inspired them to change. And I feel like now this person has had a major transformation and like they're being more comfortable in their own skin. And it's like very empowering. with luck, bully reverse. Yeah. I feel like somebody got rid of a bunch of people trying to put them down. And now they feel this, like they've hit the jackpot. Like they're saving reverse. So yeah. Somebody wasn't preserving what feels like themselves. Somebody was giving themselves away to like people that just don't matter. Yeah, third wheel. And I feel like somebody woke up to that. And they're like, fuck these people. Like, how are these people going to tell me with marriage, profession, and homeless reverse? This is definitely like, I have the tools. This is definitely like, I have the tools. Like, I don't need these outside people. Like, I have the power, right? It's empowerment. But empowering self with right, yeah. This is hidden information. This is mystery. Somebody's seeing through the illusions, seeing through the facade. Somebody's understanding mysteries of the world a little more. There we go, mask reverse. Somebody's being way more authentic because of it. They're happy in their own skin. They're being unapologetically themselves. And that's how you should operate in life. It doesn't matter what anybody thinks with loss, trap reverse, and protest. Yeah, I feel like somebody had a major loss. Somebody they really cared about, secretly liked, that they were talked out of being in a relationship with. They're trying to get out of this trap. They've got out of some sort of trap, which is almost like self-imprisonment. They fell into some sort of trap. And they feel like there's one more chance to get what they want here, which is a relationship with a specific person, it feels like. Somebody they have a lot of chemistry with. The death reverse. Yeah, they don't want something to be over with the lovers. They feel like they made the wrong choice. And that keeps repeating it in their head. Merit making. Death reverse, merit making. Definitely could want to apologize here. Or just make things right. Fix some sort of the fright. They could be scared. Feels like they want to fix something. Maybe they're afraid it's over. With gain, friendship, and blessing. Yeah. And robbery. Maybe they could feel like somebody cheated them out of some sort of blessing, and they're afraid of that. With calm, there's a need to be calm. They've gotten some sort of information about unconditional love. Something's very calm, peaceful. Triumph. Somebody could be meditating, or they need to. I feel like that's definitely inner peace, yeah. It's definitely the tone here, which is self-empowerment, inner peace, comfortable in your own skin type stuff. Loneliness, inducement, and aid reverse. So somebody is resisting outside influences or homelessness reverse. I feel like home is where the heart is. And somebody doesn't want to miss out on their home. I feel like they left their heart with somebody. and they're afraid of losing that. And promise reverse. Promise reverse, justice reverse. So they definitely feel like they have to take some sort of responsibility for something majorly unfair. Because, I mean, I don't know, it feels like somebody helped somebody find themselves. And it's like they have this past energy where they were doing a bunch of bullcrap. But I mean, obviously, there were like negative influences controlling that. But it does feel like they're losing a lot of sleep over this. Like they want to take some sort of responsibility and really come through the right way. But yeah, this looks really good. It started off really weird, but shit cleared up. So, yeah. Hopefully that was more conducive towards the end. I know it was a little shaky at the beginning. I was almost like gonna stop the video, just like scrap it, but I figured it would lead somewhere, and we did get somewhere, and that's good. So, yeah, I feel like this person was dealing with a lot of, just a lot in general. Just life is a lot, and I feel like this person was dealing with a lot, and I feel like now everything had to happen the way it happened because a certain tone had to be set. Lessons had to be learned, and I feel like they were.